Boss fights are a staple part of most video games. Their main goal is to hinder your progress and to serve as a sort of checkpoint in the game. Some of these bosses can be seriously difficult and some can be a breeze, but there is a middle ground, the bosses that are simply a joy to fight. They can be cinematic, memorable, or just fun to fight, but they're all great bosses. So this is the countdown that looks at some of my favourites. Normal rules apply, only one per franchise, only from the games I've played, and for this list only, no final bosses, because that, my friend, is the subject of another countdown. So let's get going.
Sylvia!
You are now officially ranked second.
See that? Now that was a battle.
What do you get when you combine a squid and fire? No, what the hell is that? What you get is King Caliente, a flurry of fiery fun. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 have some incredible bosses, like him, and especially him. But for me, this was one of the best early bosses in the game, and hence left a good impression on me. I mean, you start off with Dino Piranha, but that was too easy. King Caliente is also pretty easy, but at least he manages to be quite fun. The way you have to bounce coconuts back at him strongly resembles something called Dead Man's Volley, a game that is rife throughout the Legend of Zelda series, so I naturally take a liking towards him. Later in the game, you fight him again, and the additions of sinking platforms, lava bounces, and asteroids make this version of the fight much more frantic, hence why defeating him is so satisfying.
See that? Now that was a battle.
I'll be blunt, I don't really like God of War. For me, the series has only one redeeming feature, and it's for combat. Yeah, sure, you can get the same sort of experience from series like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, but there's something incredibly satisfying about using quick-time events to take down a titan. However, this entry doesn't feature a titan. It's all about the Hydra. In the driving rain, you have to take down the Hydra's smaller heads before taking on the main, bigger head. The smaller heads go down pretty easily, but the main head takes a lot of effort. Once you stun the head, you have to use it to break the mast and ram it down onto the mast in one of the most spectacular finishes to a fight ever. And you know what the best bit is? It's the first fight in the game, and indeed the first fight in the entire series. Not a bad first impression.
See that? Now that was a battle.
Metroid Prime Hunters is without a doubt the worst game in the Metroid series, and you would have thought that a game full of bounty hunters couldn't be anything other than really awesome. Rhondas showed just how good a fight with a fellow bounty hunter could be. He can manipulate and generate ice, which makes him unique as a hunter. Despite this incredibly cool ability, he's actually quite simple to defeat. After he's been stunned, you have to use Samus's grapple lasso to tear off his armour. He's got some amazing attacks, and I'm sorry, but any boss that glides around on ice in mid-air is always going to be fun. While it is quite easy to defeat him, it feels like a very even matched fight, and you do feel a sense of accomplishment when you do beat him. But almost immediately after the fight is over, Rhondas is impaled by a shaft of his own ice. Initially it looks like this was Dark Samus's fault, and she shows up afterwards to absorb his remains. But it is his ice, so it is likely that he actually committed suicide to escape Dark Samus. It suddenly drains all the honour from this fight, and actually makes it quite depressing.
Why did we have to kill Rhondas?
See that? Now that was a battle.
Let me give you a reenactment of my first reaction to this next fight. Star Fox Adventures is not full of good bosses. I guess you were alright, but you were very forgettable, and you weren't even a boss fight! But the Red Eye King certainly makes up for the lack of good bosses. While he may not be that complicated and attacks by running at you, what makes this fight good is that you are prey in this fight. There are limited places to hide, and to inflict damage to him you have to get real close to him. After you shock him by stepping on electrical switches, you have to blow him up with a bomb, but almost immediately he gets up and resumes rampaging around the small room. At this point of the fight, you have to find somewhere to hide, as the Red Eye King will do a complete lap of the room. Now while this may still seem pretty simple, it isn't. Due to the constant crashing sounds in the room, you don't really know where the Red Eye King is coming from, and as a result, you get situations like this. This fight also gets some serious points for the admittedly slightly over the top cutscene at the end.
See that? Now that was a battle.
Warning, this next entry contains mature content and trace amounts of obviousness. Turn away now if you are easily offended. I think Nintendo Capri's Sun summed this up pretty well.
So it's a... what? What the hell? It's... shit? Are you serious? Wait, what?
I am the great mighty fool, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
What?
A huge supply of tish come from my chocolate starfish. How about some scat, you little twat?
What? Well, no, don't do it now. I already got enough shipping thrown at me. Wait, beef head. What? Get some more toilet paper?
Yeah, I don't think much more needs saying. I mean, the way he pops up and down can be a bit annoying, as can the falling blobs of poo. But just look at him! He is a singing piece of shite, complete with one of the most satisfying finishes of all time.
Yes! Get some more toilet paper!
What a world, what a world.